Hi friends, today we will see about the Laravel configuration. Just now what happened is, so before recording this video, so new version has been released. Actually that is not a bigger version, it's a minor version. Previous in my video I am using Laravel 7.16, and now just while recording only it has 7.17 has been released. All the time if you want to see any new release for Laravel has happened or not, you can see, just type in Google Laravel and you can see here GitHub Laravel framework. So all the latest updates and all those things will be happening in this one. So Laravel framework, so this one is the repository of the Laravel framework. And if you want to see the latest version, what is the current version right now is going on, so here you can go to tags and here you can see the releases, what are the releases happened. If you go here releases, so latest release is 7.16.1. so this one is the release, so what they have made one. So but 2 hours ago it has been 7.17.1 has been released. So tomorrow what they will be doing is, if any major things or anything happens, 7.1 7.2 or anything has happened, they will mark it as a release, so that that tag will become as a release here. So 7.17.1 has been released 2 hours ago. So if you want to see any changes, what are the things happen, you can see it here. You can compare anything and you can do like that. Okay, this is out of video, so just I am information I am giving you. So now today what we will see is, so we'll see about the Laravel configuration. So Laravel configuration, what it will be having is, so here if you go here Laravel configuration, in the previous video installation has been completed. Now today we will see configuration. So coming to Laravel, so here is the project, previous project what I had in my system. This is the project what I had. So now what I will be doing is, I will open this code in the Visual Studio. So if you open this code in the Visual Studio, this is a total structure. In this app you will be having folder like config. So all the files, whatever it is present in the config, they are nothing but configuration. So these are all the configuration files, so is nothing but configuration in the Laravel. So what are the configuration we'll be using, so these are written here in the config folder. So we can write in single folder, but what it has happened is, so each one it was divided into separate folder. For each one it will, for each it will be having a specific purpose. So for example database.php, all the configuration will be having one related to database only. File systems, so everything will be related to file system, you will be having here one. For logging, same for mail, for queuing, for services, all these things we will see afterwards. So before going to this config, the main configuration file here in the Laravel is .env. okay, so this .env file, so it was taken from the package .env. If you search anywhere in the .env, here you will be able to see Lucas php.env. so this package is used in Laravel. So this all package is used in Laravel. If you go to configuration, if you see here also, Laravel utilizes .env package library by Vance Lucas. So Vance Lucas, this guy only. So if you click here also, you will be able to open that one, same. Okay, Vance Lucas. So they are using this .env package. Okay, so in a fresh installation, what you will be doing is, for example, if you did a fresh installation, so you will be having .env file here. Along with this .env file, you will be having .env.example file also. So if you install Laravel via Composer, so what I have did in the previous video, so this .env.example will be automatically copied as .env. If you don't install with the Laravel composer and that, so you'll be not having .env file, you'll be having only .env.example. So you need to copy manually and you need to rename it as .env. So you have to remember one thing is, you should not never commit this file in any git to git or any source control. Why? Because means, so .env may have it will have the risk to gain sensitive information and also to get exposed to the other side. Why? Because means, for example, here you will have all the database connections, so the database connection credentials and all those things you will be writing, it will be written here. If you commit this code, so it will be exposed to the other members. And also, for example, if you are developing in a team, with a team, so whatever the names, so this, for example, DB connection and DB host, DB port, these are all the things. Tomorrow if I want to add anything, for example stripe key, so I have the information stripe key, so I have the key here. Okay, so this information is responsible for that one. So tomorrow you are not committing this one in the git, so what you will have, so anybody takes the update or takes the update or anything, so error will throw in. So what you can do is, you can copy this one and you can paste it in the, just a placeholder, you can paste it here, so that he will understand that, so these are all the placeholders which are used in this project, he will be able to know, so that in his .env project he will be adding stripe key, whatever the stripe key is having, he will be able to add. So in this way we can share the placeholders like that, and he can update according to it. So in this way, the generally working with the teams, it will be there. So whatever the .env file, we should remember one thing is, .env file we should not commit anything. .env.example, it is the only the blueprint, only the placeholders will be there, which will be used for this project, so that the other developer can have the missing placeholders and he can update with his own values. For example, database credentials or anything, he has his own password for his local system, so he can use like this. So another thing you can have is, you can have is, so for example, you can for testing thing also you will be having we can maintain a separate env file. For example, before going to testing, what I will be doing is, here think of app_name, so this one is the app name you will be having. In order to access this app name, what you can do is, we have a special, if you go here, so I will going to PHP Artisan Tinker. Okay, Tinker is nothing but what we can say is command line for the PHP, so which we can access the project Laravel features and all those things. So here, if you want to access this placeholder in anywhere in the project, you can access through env. Okay, so you can write app_name, you will be getting the Laravel. For example, you are going to use app description or anything, okay, you will be getting null. Okay, so the app_description is not present here, so you can mention default description also. If the key is not present in the env file, so please return this default description. If it is present, so return me that entered configuration. So like that also, so we can mention. So you know, if you type here default description, so app_description is not presented here, so now it is returning default description. Now if the app_description is present, file description, if it is presented here, so now whenever you change the configuration, it's better to log out from the Tinker and again, so that it will read again the configuration file. Now if I type here, now here see, it is what is coming, it is coming from the .env file description. So here now in this env file, if you want to write with spaces or anything, if I mention like this space, now if I go outside and if I press Tinker, it is saying that the environment file is invalid, failed to parse .env file due to unexpected white space. So white spaces are not allowed in the env file. If you want to give white spaces, we need to mention in the double quotes. So it's just common, it's more normal thing I'm mentioning you. If you want to mention a white space or anything, you can mention it. If it is a single word, means there is no need to mention the double quotes, or otherwise you can mention double quotes also. So now if I go out, if I go Tinker, now it is valid. Now if I mention here you are getting file and file description. Okay, this one is the basic .env file in this one. So app name is nothing but what we can say is our app name, so we can mention it as a blog. Here you can give your blog description. This app name and app description, it will be used, you can use as an env method. It's a global method anywhere in your project. So that is the env project. Okay, so now env project, so for testing also you can maintain a separate env project. For example, for testing, if you want to maintain separate env project, simply you create .env.testing. okay, so here you can give app underscore description is equal to test description, anything. Okay, now I will save this file. Now how I can give is, so I will go outside PHP artisan -env is equal to testing. Okay, so now if I press here, so now if I press app underscore description, see wow, it is taking env file from the testing. So it is not reading the env file here, it is reading the file from testing. So in this way you can use for different environment, files for different environments. For testing you can use another, for staging you can use another one, for production you can use another one. So you can use, so like that. Anyway, another important one is environment. So the current application environment, so the current application environment app underscore env is local. So right now, so this one is a local. So current application environment also we can use here, we can mention it here in this one. So now the current application environment is local. So for example, here if I go outside and if I mention I am removing the testing Tinker, so now env of what we can say app underscore env, so it's a local. So current application, so for example in local you want to do something, so in the production you want to save the data in separate cache server or anywhere. In local you want to store it in the database only. So these things you can use with this environment variable. So for this one Laravel comes with special facade, app facade. So with this one also you can get the environment. For example, app environment. So if you mention here, it will also return the same thing, only local. So you can also check with boolean true or false. So if it is local or not, it will return false. If you want to get staging, you can write staging or anything. Staging, it's a false because environment has a local thing. You can also check multiple thing also. For example, if you want to check, if you want to return true if it is local or a staging. So now you can mention as a array. So multiple environments checking also you can check. So now it is local, so that's why it is returning true. If it is staging also it will return. If it is a production, it will return as false. So app environment, local, staging, it will return whenever it is local or staging. So this is a special facade global method, so you can use it anywhere. So in order to detect the environment of the project, you can use app-environment, or otherwise you can use env app underscore env also you used. So this one is the env file in the Laravel. So this one is the main configuration file, entry configuration file, determination of the environments and all those things. Now as usual we have seen in the first video, so configuration, all the configuration you will be having in the config folder we have learned. So now how to access these all configuration. So for example, app.php, the project name, the name of the project. So here if you see application name, so the name of the project, it is taking, it is first, it is accessing, trying to access from the .env variable app underscore env. If it is not present, it is default, it is mentioned to Laravel. Already we have mentioned that one as a block, so there is no need for us to mention here, it is a default value. The same application environment, it will be taking from, or otherwise it is taking from the env variable, otherwise it will default to production. And here debug mode, so debug mode is nothing but what we can say is debugging. So in order to show any errors or anything, for example, if it is in the debug mode, I will show you afterwards the debug mode how it will be true or false. App underscore, what is the URL? So these are all the configuration files. For example, time zone is there, you want to access the time zone. What is the time zone, default time zone mentioned in our configuration in your project somewhere in the file. So if you want to mention time zone and all those things, so these configuration files and all those things you can access through global config helper config. Okay, so now again I will go to PHP Artisan Tinker. So now I want to access time zone, okay, which is present in app.php. so it is present in app.php time zone. I want to access this configuration, so you can just use this one, global app, global config of app is the nothing but first one is the file name dot time zone. Okay, if you press enter, you will be getting etc utc. So this one is the utc it is mentioning. So for example, I want to mention time zone 1 or something like that, which is not present, it is returning null, fine. If it is not present, you want to return a default value or anything. Okay, time zone 1 comma Asia by Seoul or something, anything if you want to mention, it will return Asia by Seoul. So now again if you try to access again time zone 1, it will return null. So if you mention any default value, if it is not present, it will return the Asia by Seoul. Now in the runtime, you need to assign some configuration and you want to use that configuration, okay, in the runtime. So you can assign in the runtime same thing like Asia by Seoul. Notice the difference between previous one and this line. So now here we are trying in the previous line we are trying to get the value of app.time zone 1. If it is present, return me that value, or otherwise return this default value. But now here we are not returning the value, we are trying to assign for the time zone 1 as an Asia by Seoul. So now if I type enter here, what is it will not return, so it is assigned to that one. So now whenever in your project you used this app.time zone 1, now it will return as Asia by Seoul only. It is in the runtime. If you want to set any configuration in the runtime, you can set it here, or if you want to update or anything, so you can set it like this. So in this way you can access every file in this one. So if you want to access this one, course.paths, config of course.paths. So like this you can use config of, you can course.paths. So whatever the things you want, you can mention. So anything you go, if you want to, so you can create your own file here, and you can create your own file. For example, custom.php, I have created custom.php. okay, you can do anything, your own thing. Okay, so here what we can do is, so like this you need to mention. Okay, so return, okay, anything. If you want to mention your custom own thing, you can mention any one. Okay, you made it custom only. Okay, here what I will do is, now we will go again PHP Artisan Tinker. config of what we'll be do is custom dot custom, I think what I have given. So here see my custom config, what I have written here you will be able to get. So you can write you can create your own configuration files. For example, in your project you are having pagination, you want to see, you want to show pagination, okay, per page, how many things you want to show. So you can per, you can create per page or some any like this, per page. Okay, I want to show, I want to be consistent in my project everywhere, so I will be mentioning here per page. Okay, if you anywhere you want to access, so you can access here. Okay, I will be getting, so in order all the time when you write here you need to get out of this one. Why? Because means so it will read again PHP Artisan Tinker. Now per page, so here config custom dot per page. Okay, it is returning 10. So this one you can use throughout your project. Tomorrow if you want to change, you want to show 20 items in a table or anywhere, 20 items, so you can change in one place, everywhere it will be changed. In this way you can use the config file, so you can create your own configuration files like this. And another important configuration what you can see is, for example, you have did some changes in your project, database upgrade and all those things. You are trying to launch, you are trying to deploy in your server. So until then you need to keep your project something, you need to keep your project it is in maintenance mode or something like that. So you can do that one very easy using Laravel. So now what I can do is, for example, now whenever you are doing some update or anything, PHP Artisan down. So down means you are down, you are making maintenance mode. Now when I try to open, so I will launch the server. So whenever you click away, so it local development server is running. So now we can go here, 8000, it will show that service unavailable. Okay, it is now, it is. So now whenever your deployment and everything, database updating or anything, it is finished, so you can make it up, and here you can do again, the project will come as usual. So now now you are able to see that when I am making PHP Artisan down, it is telling some service unavailable or something like that. I want to change this text. So if you want to change this text, you can do. So I will make it up again. Okay, so you can give your custom message, something like -, message is equal to upgrading database. Okay, when you click on this one, now when you here you can see upgrading database. So in this way you can give custom messages also. You didn't like this page, so upgrading database, so you want to show some customized design and all those things, customized design, customized image I want to show, and I will show some some new page if you want to, then also you can do. So then also you can do. So I'm making it up again. How we can do is, so for example, you can go to here, close all the files. So I will be going to app. So here you need to go to resources, and here you need to go to views, and here create new file, new folder. Folder is nothing but errors. These all comes under errors only, 404, 503 and everything. So here what is error you got? 503. So what you can create a new file with that file name 503.blade.php. Here what I will do is, I will give one customize deployment is in progress, amazing things are gonna come shortly. So you want to show like this message. Okay, so I will save it here. Now what I will do is, I will make it down. Okay, now if I make it down, I will go here and I will open. Now here see deployment is in progress. Amazing. So you didn't like this message, you want to show some heavy some design and all things, you can do the design also. H1 I will do it design, basic design here only. I'll be doing here H1. I will be writing here on the style. What I will be doing is for div I will write directly display flex. Okay, align items center. Okay, justify content center, and height I will be giving you, I will be giving 100%. So think of like this. So now when I refresh here, see it came in the middle of the screen. Deployment is in progress, amazing things are gonna come shortly. So you here, so in this way you can mention your custom maintenance file in this 503. So all the files, whatever the things you will mention, you will be mentioning here in the resources, views, errors, 503.blade.php. so here you will be able to see like this. So now if you want to, everything deployment and everything is completed, you can make it up. So now you can do refresh, and if one is gone, again the home page came. So in this way the configuration, everything will be you will be having in the Laravel. So this is the configuration what we will be using in the Laravel. So the main thing what you need to remember is config file, how we can access these files or the values in the files in our project, and also that env file, how we can use this env file and how we can save the data, and also the maintenance mode. So these three things we have learned. So in the next lesson, so this is the configuration. You can see here, you can read step by step here environment configuration, how we can set that environment for configuration, how we can get this env, so determining the environment, how we can determine the environment, and configuration values, how we can access the configuration values, and configuration caching. So this one is also what we can do is when the project is deployed in the production, so in order to read all these configuration files and all those things, so reading all the time from the configuration file, it will be some performance issue. So what you can do is you can write php artisan config cache. So all the configuration, it will be stored in the cache. So you can so that application will be in the single file, it will be stored in a single file. So you can, application will be a little bit faster. Maintenance mode, we have seen, right, message and all those things. If you want to allow particular IP also, you can allow like this. So this is the configuration what we have in the Laravel. In the next video, what we will be doing is we will see the directory structure. What is the directory structure and all those things in the Laravel, we'll see. Thank you.